Hello everybody, this is Intrepid83 and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy. Alright, so we've got the harm spells for John there, so I guess, yeah, we're about as prepared as we need to be for the trek ahead, so let's go searching for this castle we heard tale about. We did see something on our way to the dwarf cave last time, so yeah. So let's just start making our way around there. Let's go. And here's our first new enemy, the Green Ogre. This has 132 HP, 46 attack, 14 defense, 36 magic defense, and other than that, it's pretty much the same thing as its weaker counterpart there, so yeah. Alright, you know what, let's not quite too confident in Mark's ability to, you know, ensure we take out one of the ogres, so I'm actually going to go after the Green Ogre first. It'll likely take 2 rounds anyway, and if we can get the strongest of the ogres off the field in those 2 rounds, so much the better. Ooh, nice. And there it goes. Awesome. Let's just send everybody at the other ones now. Now, on this journey, there's multiple monsters that can poison us, and there's even one that can paralyze us, so well, if we run into them, I'll show you. And as far as healing goes, on the way there I'm going to try and have Luke use his cures first, just so that we can hold on to our harm spells for as long as possible. So, yeah. Alright, and yeah, I think Mark's the only one that really needs to be healed, so let's just give him one and we should be good to go. Probably could have put one on. You know what? Yeah, let's put one on Matt as well. He can do the full 32 there, so there we go. Alright, seeing some rivers. And here's one of the monsters that can poison us, the Asp. 56 HP, 12 attack, 6 defense, 23 magic defense, and yes, it can poison you with its physical attack, so let's see if we can take it out in the first round before it gets a chance. Dodged a bullet there, but there we go. Alright. Let's take a look at the map. It's pretty much straight north. Alright, let's go. Mark got a hit of 116 in the battle. I think that might be the first triple-digit hit we've seen. Oh, I've seen anyway. It was against an Asp, so yeah. Alright, looks like we're here, so let's see what's inside. Yeah, I guess it could be considered spooky. There's a bunch of bats flying around. What's in here? Who is this? Astos double-crossed us. Go south to the Cave of Marsh to retrieve the crown, then bring it directly back to me. So many questions. Cave of Marsh to the south, did he say? Yeah, there's something down there. But I feel like that's something we might want to take make a little more preparations before we attempt the passage. Alright, the cave. You know what? There we go. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll heal up. I was thinking about using the tent, because that's pretty much why we bought it, but we only had one person that needed to be healed, so let's keep going. Alright, yeah, let's use up the last cure spell there. Alright, let's keep going. So I was hoping to be able to get a bit more information about how we might be able to help the prince. I mean, I guess you could say, pretty much assuming that the king was dead. Maybe he's not. Maybe the castle down here is just like a house of state, maybe? I don't know if that's even a thing. Remember, maybe a parliament house or something? I don't know, maybe he's in training to be ruler. Maybe the Northwest Castle there is actually the actual Elven Castle. I don't know. So many questions. But although we didn't get much else information about Astos or how we might help the prince, we did get some direction of where we could go. Maybe something that the prince having to be something that we put on the back burner for a little while. So yeah, let's see. We got 1,800 gold. How do we want to proceed here? You know what? We haven't checked out all the shops. Haven't gone over everything that's available to us. So let's take a look for the journey to the Cave of Marsh, as it were. Alright, so the weapon shop here, got a bunch of new stuff. We got the Iron Nunchaku here. Basically, if you're at level 5 or higher with the black belt or a monk, don't bother. They're stronger with their fists, and also at level 5 they can hit twice, so yeah. And this will just reduce your damage potential, I guess you could say. Just, single hit here, double hit with the fists, so yeah. Large knife here could be useful for Matt, because it does have a higher hit percentage than the rapier, but the rapier is still stronger for the time being. So wouldn't bother picking that up. Iron staff here, or iron crosier, I think it's called in the PS1 remake. Again, I think there's only like two people that can use it. But yeah, in this case, I'd probably say just stay away from it. Saber, it's stronger, but it's got a lower hit percentage. So yeah, there's that. And then we have the big one, the silver sword here for 4,000 gold. This can be equipped by both the fighter and the red mage, but because of its price tag, I do not intend on purchasing it. It would be the strongest sword we have for a while, but yeah, that's quite a bit of money. Let's take a look at the black magic shop here. Alright, so we got Fire 2, Hold, Lightning 2, and Lock 2. Obviously, we're going to want to pick up the Fire 2 and Lightning 2 spells at some point. Hold spell is probably the next best thing after that. It is a single target paralysis spell, I believe. And the Lock 2 spell, don't bother with it. It's bugged. It does the opposite of what it's supposed to. The lock spells are supposed to make it so that it's easier to hit the enemy. But this one straight up makes it harder for you to hit it. So, yeah. So yeah, be going after the Fire 2, Lightning 2 here, and yeah. You know what? Let's pick up the Fire 2 spell while we're here. It'll come in handy in short order. Alright, let's take a deeper look at the spells in the white magic shop here. Alright, so here we got Cure 2, Harm 2, Anti-Fire, and Heal. Cure 2 is a 1,500 gold, and it'll heal, I believe, a burst heal of like I think it's up to 66 HP, so it's roughly about twice as strong as the Cure spell from level 1. But even though it does roughly twice the amount of healing, the price of 1,500, we could buy 25 potions for that. So eventually we'll want to pick it up, but not yet. When we've got the money to spare, we'll probably pick it up. Anti-fire protects against fire attacks. Quite useful. And yeah, we'll be picking that up at some point as well. And on top of that, we have the heal spell here as well. What's the difference between the heal spell and the Cure 2 spell? Cure 2 spell is a single target. Heal spell heals the entire party. It heals it for a smaller amount, but overall it heals more, roughly about 50% more. So I believe it can heal up to 24 per person. So yeah, 24 times 4 is, well, 96. So yeah, roughly 50% stronger than the Cure 2 spell. It's just a Cure 2 spell. It could be useful for, so if somebody gets hit hard, you can help recover them that way. And the heal spell here is just sure good maintenance. But yeah, all 4 of these spells are really good, and at some point we will be picking up all 4 of them. But for now, we've got the Harm 2 spell. That's really all we need for right now. Alright, let's go check out the other magic shops. Missed the door. Alright, the level 4 white magic shop. So yeah, Elfland has both level 3 and level 4 spells. Unfortunately, unlike the level 3 spells, level 4 is not really that great. The number one thing we're going to want to pick up is the anti-ice spell, because, well, the ice attacks in general are straight up significantly stronger than fire and lightning. So yeah, definitely something we're going to want to pick up. Pure spell just functions just like a pure potion. However, 4,000 gold, yeah, just divide 4,000 by 75, and that's how many pure potions you can get for that price. And then you got fear here. It causes the enemies to run from the battle, which is kind of not what we want, since we need the experience and gold, and this takes it away from you. So yeah, I think you still get like 1 experience for it for every monster that flees, but still, kind of want the experience as much as we can. Anti-mute here, if anything, I may pick this up at some point, but because there are a few monsters that can silence you, and in some situations you may not want that to happen. So yeah, because then the only other way we'd have of healing is just using potions in battle. And unlike on the world map, you know how, well, we haven't really used them yet, but the heal potions on the world map heal 30, a flat 30. In battle, they behave like a cure spell, so they can heal anywhere from like 16 to 32 or something like that. So yeah, anti-ice and possibly anti-mute there probably be the best purchases for level 4 there. For the level 4 black magic, we have Sleep 2, Fast, Confusion, and Ice 2. Ice 2, obviously, stronger version of the ice spell. We'll be picking that up at some point as well. Fast spell is probably the most useful spell in the game, and I will definitely be picking that up at some point as well, just not yet. Sleep 2 is either equal to or slightly more accurate than the level 1 version of this spell, but it's single target, whereas the level 1 spell is multi-target. So seeing as our red mage doesn't have an extra slot for the sleep spell, maybe I'll pick it up, but I guess, yeah, I might pick it up, but yeah, probably won't worry too much about it. Fast and Ice 2 are definitely the 2 spells you definitely want to get your hands on for level 4 here. Confusion can be useful. It does turn the enemies on themselves, so it could be useful in large groups. A bit of crowd control, a little bit of a impromptu help, you know. So yeah, but I've got other plans for this spell, so yeah, which definitely leaves the door open to if I don't get anti-ice for the red mage as well, then I could potentially get Sleep 2 for him. Then we got the item shop over here. There is some new stuff in here. Item shop now has houses and softs. Softs cure petrification, and yeah, you cannot use softs in battle. So I guess you could say, basically the petrification status in this game kind of behaves. Well, it's almost it is instant death pretty much, but the softs give you a chance to revive them after battle. So I guess you could say these are kind of like the closest thing to a Phoenix Down in the game that there is. But we don't really have a use for curing petrification yet, so I won't bother picking them up. Houses, they're expensive, but because of what they can do, I'd still say try to have like 1 or 2 on hand at all times kind of thing. But yeah, the thing about houses is that they are, on top of inns, they are the only other way to recharge your spell charges. And these can be used out in the field, and so yeah. Otherwise, you have to come back to a town to be able to get them all back, get all your spell charges back. The catch is that every time you use a house, you're going to need to use at least another use a tent or a cabin or something else to save afterwards because of how the spell regeneration works. What the houses do, it heals you up. I think it's like 120 HP across the board. Then it saves it, and then it heals your spell charges. So it saves it before it does the spell charges, which means if you load up, if you don't save it after that, if you reload your save file, you will not have your spell charges. So yeah, that's the one thing you got to be worried about. Just use a house, and if you got a tent or a cabin lying around, definitely use that on top of it to ensure that you actually get the spell charges for if you ever need to reset kind of thing. So yeah, just got to keep that in mind. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then finally, the armor shop. Briefly set foot in here. So yeah, it's got the iron armor. We've already got that. Copper bracelet. We heard from the dwarves that the bracelets do protect you like armor, and indeed they do. The copper bracelet has the protection, the absorb of equivalent to the wooden armor in Coneria, but it's much lighter. I believe it's only got it only drops your evasion by 1. So yeah, could be an optional purchase. Iron shield, wooden helmet. Yeah, our fighters already got them, so we don't really need to go over them. Pardon me. And the cap here, we've already got one, and I wouldn't really consider it a necessary purchase for the thief or white mage. So yeah, because it raises your absorb by 1, but decreases your evasion by 1 as well. So yeah, something I'm much more comfortable just having on the red mage there. So yeah. All right. So with that, for the preparations for the Cave of Marsh, I want to gain a few levels. Not many. In fact, actually, how close are we? Yeah, we're pretty close to level 6. Yeah, let's go get to level 6. We got the Fire 2 spell, so I'm actually okay to leave the town now for what lies ahead. I'm actually going to head up towards Provoca. Alright, and I realized in that battle I forgot to stay at the inn, but fortunately we've got enough spell charges to get us to Provoca, hopefully. You know what? I even got the tent still. Yeah, sure, I think we should be fine. Let's keep going. I was thinking about saving at Canary there, but we got the tent still, so should be alright. Alright. And we're here. Alright, before we go into town, I do want to get up to level 6 here, so I'll just keep going back and forth here to fighting the sea creatures to help, you know, the gil granny process, the gold accumulation process, and I'll be back when I get to level 6. Of course, if I run into anything that's new, then, because there are still, like, there's 3 other monsters we haven't run into yet, so yeah, if I run into them, I'll leave the battles in, so yeah. let's do this. Otherwise, I'll just see you when I'm at level 6. And here's one of the new enemies, the Kaizoku. These guys. These are the guys I was talking about back when we were grinding for the guild to get the short sword last time we were here. And yeah, you'll see why I said you'd be laughing if you ran into these guys. You were doing that because you could run into up to 5 of them, and they drop 120 gold each. So, yeah, payday. So yeah, the Kaizoku had 50 HP, 14 attack, 6 defense, and 19 magic defense. So yeah. Alright, that one's still not at level 6 yet, so I'll continue on and, yeah. And here's another one, the Shark. This is the big bad of the sea. 120 HP. This is definitely the one that we want to be careful about. And I'm actually thinking about maybe going into town to rest up after this at the inn because, yeah, we're on our last spell charge with Luke there. So yeah, 120 HP, 22 attack, 0 defense, 35 magic defense, weak to thunder, resistant to fire and earth. And yeah, definitely a situation where we would recommend using the ice spell here. And hopefully we can take it out before it does too much damage to us. Especially if it hits John. Alright, that's the last spell for Luke. So yeah, I think I will go into town after this. Still one more monster in the sea we have not run into yet, so yeah, I'll be back if I run into it. Otherwise, level 6. And here is the last one we have not run into yet. The Red Sahag. 64 HP, 15 attack, 8 defense, 23 magic defense, weak to thunder, resistant to fire and earth. For the Kaizoku, yeah, no weakness, no resistance, no special attacks, just a human-type creature, so yeah. So yeah, the Red Sahags can also show up with the Shark, so in that case, I'd probably just send everybody at the Sahag, try to take it down as quickly as possible. You know, it's got 3/4 the damage capabilities of the Shark, so, you know, it's got about half the HP, so yeah, you end up in a net plus as far as mitigating any damage, so yeah. Alright, so in this case, let's just, let's go there. Use a lit spell there, and let's see if we can do that. I was thinking about maybe putting Matt and John on the Red Sahag as well, but meh. Because, yeah, they're still slippery. Just like their weaker counterparts. Alright, let's do another lightning spell. Nice. Ooh, John, nice crit. Alright, so that's the last of the monsters in the sea, so I guess next time I see it will be up to level 6. Alright, and we got the biggie for the last fight for... You know what, we've got it. Oh no, I forgot. That's why we're getting to level 6. Alright, let's see how this goes. I'm not expecting it to work out, but maybe Mark can pull through and take out the one Kaizoku. Fun fact, Kaizoku in Japanese literally means pirate, so yay. Alright. Got a low ball hit there from the ice spell, but it should be fine. There we go. And that's... Oh, no, we've got one more. Why not? It's unloaded there. And with that, level 6. And everybody should be above 100 HP. Which is, I'd probably say, equally as important as what happens with our spell charges. Because at level 6, our red mage gets his first level 3 spell charge. And at level 6 as well, for John, he gets his second spell charge for level 3 there. That's going to be very important with the Fire 2 and Harm 2. Some of you probably know exactly where I'm going with this. So yeah, we're in town here. Yeah, we're kind of running low on time here, but I'll get these preparations under our belt so that next time we can just go straight into how I intend to get to level 8. That's the goal we're shooting for, level 8. It's a lot of experience. How will we get there? Now there's a long way, and then there's a short way. So, alright. Okay, how much do we have as far as pures go? Okay, I'm going to buy at least 6 pures here. Sorry, the tents are probably more important right now, so let's get up to 3 tents. And since I've still got the one on me, still got it, right? Didn't use it? No? Okay, good. 3 tents. And you know what? I'm actually just going to buy the full, up to the full 20. So let's just buy 20, I guess 16 more pures here. So that's 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and you can see that item grinding is a thing in this game, because you can only buy them one at a time. You know what, let's keep going. I'm actually going to buy a few more tents. Eventually I want to get 10 of them anyway, so yeah, this just helps get it out of the way. Keep in mind, hold on to enough for a stay at the end, so a minimum of 50 gold. Let's just buy a few more of these. Only need the 3 for what I've planned, but man, this gets something out of the way, so... and one more will put us below 50, so there we go. Alright. So what I intend to do... Well, I'll have to get into that later, because I could tell you where I intend to do the grinding, but without any further instruction, and we're at the end of the episode here, yeah, you'll likely get your butt stomped, so yeah. Alright, so there is a famous place in this game. Famous, infamous, I don't know. It's there. Basically, I'll go outside because it'll help me explain if I get to the world map. This world is divided up into a square of 8 by 8. This whole world map is divided into 8 by 8. Each one of those areas that it's divided into is assigned a certain set of monsters that can be encountered in that particular area, which is how, you know, just how the encounters work. There is one particular area on this world map that allows us to run into monsters that we would not be able to run into for a long time, quite a long time. But being able to run into them this early with the tools at our disposal, the Fire 2 and Harm 2, should be able to help us make quick work of them. But there's a catch, and that is you don't only run into the monsters that are weak to those spells, and that's where the extra instruction would come in handy, which I will go over next time. This is Intrepid83 signing off. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like on your way out to show your support for the series and the channel here, and I thank you so very much for showing your support like that. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not head on over to the channel, see if there's anything there that could earn your subscription. And if you have subscribed, and you do subscribe, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. But in any case, and until next time, thank you all so very much for watching. Take care, be blessed, and have a good one.